guys, and welcome to a new tutorial. Today we are going to talk a little bit more about properties. So we are going to go a little bit deeper in this story, and in this video, in the next coming one, there will be more information which will be provided for you to understand better what properties are, how to work with them and handle some particular situations. So basically, as you already know, properties, what are properties? We can say that those useful properties which widgets they had are those kind of styles and configuration of widgets which allows you to construct or to give some other configuration on a particular widget. For example, if we go now and choose let's say GTK button, as you already know, we did work with it, and you already know that every widget, or almost every widget, has properties, style properties and signals. And once that you went there, you saw things which you can set based on which kind of changes you want to archive to your widgets and so on. And this information, as you already know, was used to provide it rather through the set and getter functions, like for example here you see you can set the relief, or you can set a label and so on, or you can just use properties which was set with GObjectSet functions. I'm going to try to explain you how exactly those properties works, and I'm not going to make too much theory now in this video, but instead I'm going to go all the way through all kind of possible situation where and how you can set or get a property, and to understand it. And for this you should better prepare, because we are going to talk about new things. We are going to talk about values, types. Moreover, we are going to talk about G values, G type, and about parameter spec and specifications and so on. It will be a lot of information, but don't be afraid, we are not going to do them all of them in one video. For this I was thinking that I should provide them from the beginning to the end in more videos. More information for you will be revealed. Okay, so that being said, we are going to start with the button. It's not important which property we'll choose right now. We will see later the difference and all those different things which you need to apply, and those different kind of properties, type properties, child properties and so on. So that being said, we are here now. I already have a small program right here which is not much important. It's just a window which was created to 250 to 100, or let me default it to 200, which named property, and we have a button, nothing special. I'm going to compile and run it, and as you can see, here is our program and the button itself. Okay, so that being said, until now you are used to work with a function which was called GObjectSet. So basically this function, what does, helps you to set some information, some a property or a value to a property, better said. Let me call the function, let me check it. Takes a little bit time until. So basically, as you already noticed, it says sets the property on the object. Note that notify signal are quiet and only emitted in reverse order after all properties have been set the GObject freeze notify. Okay, so see the GObject freeze notify. Okay, so basically this function gave us the chance to set a property which we needed to set it to a particular value. So as you can see, we have here the object which will receive the new value for its property, the property of the object, and of course the value which we are going to set it, or more values if you set them more at once, and of course the null which you are informing your function that you are done with it, and that was your last property set with its default value which you choose it. Okay, so that being said, we are going to, let me go back, we are going to click on properties on the GTK button. We have some of them, and we are going to set something like relief. Until now you should already know what this means. Relief, we have or we had 3 of them, but the GTK guy dropped the GTK have. So basically we have only 2 values, the normal, which draw normal relief, and no relief. What the difference is, you should know. For the normal one, which I'm going to set it even if it defaults, just a second, button relief, the value is the normal, and null, which means we are informing our GObject set that we are done with the function. I'm going to compile it and run it, and you will notice that the button is there because you see the button, you see its border and so on. So basically it looks like a button. This is this means relief normal, and if you choose none, it's basically you are hiding your button from the user, and the user, it will see the button first only, or the button itself, it reveals only when you are pointing your mouse pointer on that particular area where the button it is. Like in my case right now, you see I'm right here, the button reveals itself, I'm moving, it's gone. So basically this is the way how you set a property, or better said, this is the way how you set a value to a property of an object, by calling GObject set button relief GTK relief noun and so on. Okay, the next thing which you probably expect to will be to call GObject get, which of course I wasn't supposed to. I'm not going to call it right now because basically I want to bring you to a better understanding of these things, which means I need to try, or I want to try to bring you to understand that it is better to check something before you make some changes, and not do those changes based on your information, because you never know what happens tomorrow. You never know if things are gone, and you don't want to have this. So for example, just calling now the GObject set on your button, and then maybe you provide the relief, and then you know you have let's say you have variable where you want to save the value and so on, and you're going to say now I'm going to get the value of the relief and I'm going to put it inside the value, and then I will know which value is there. Yeah, it's true. Get not set. Yeah, it's true. But how do you know that the relief button in the next GTK release it will still be there? What if those guys they decide to drop it and they will mark it as deprecated, which means you can silence it and still use it, but at some point it will be dead. So do you really want to set a property of an object just or base it on the information which you know at the point when you are creating your application, or you want to set a property or you want to get or set, even to set a property with in another ways, like searching for a property. If that property is there, once that you find it, that the property is there, then use that property. It looks a little bit different now, isn't it? So this is the things which we are going to talk in the next videos. These are things which we are going to take care of, so that we know for sure that when we are going to apply a property or a value, those things are there and they are existing. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.